right, let's talk about some horizontal and vertical stretches and shrinks. In this problem, we have a parent graph that is f of x, which is function, replace it with y if you need to, is equal to x minus 1. And then we have to graph a g of x, which is f of 1/3 of x. Now, this 1/3 is considered to be the A. We're going to give that the letter A, 1/3. And whenever the A is in the parentheses, it's going to be a horizontal shrink or stretch. If it's a stretch, that means that the number is between 0 and 1. It's a proper fraction, like this 1/3 is a proper fraction. So this one here will be a horizontal stretch. If it's a shrink, then the A would be a number greater than 1. If you're asked to find the factor, and you will be, you will take 1 and you will divide it by A. So if I'm looking at this one, 1 divided by 1/3, because my A is 1/3, is 1 over 1 times 3 over 1. Remember, you have to KFC, keep flip change. So that's 3 over 1, which is 3. So my factor here is going to be 3. So I've got a horizontal stretch with factor 3, and you will probably be asked those questions. So let's go ahead and graph and see what this is going to look like. Let's graph the parent function first. Okay, so there's my x's, this is my y-axis, and my b is -1, so that would be right here. And my slope is invisible 1. So that is rise 1, run 1 right, rise 1, run 1 right, rise 1, run 1 right. And then just connect those in the corners as carefully as possible. And go ahead and label that one f of x, the parent function. Okay, so when I look at these, and I want to get 1/3 of something, my x, which is my inputs, my domain, I'm going to use numbers that I can divide by 3. It only makes sense. I don't want to have to deal with fractions if I don't have to. So I'm going to use a -3. I'm going to use maybe a 0 and a +3. So those are the ones I'm going to use. And the reason I do is I know I'm going to have to divide them by 3. Multiplying something by 1/3 is the same as dividing by 3. So I have 1/3 times -3, or you can put it over 1, and I get -3 over 3, which is -1. And then I have 1/3 times 0, which is 0. Anything times 0 is 0. And then 1/3 times 3 over 1, which is 3 over 3, which is 1. Okay, so now I'm going to take this -1 and I'm going to plug it into this formula here, because it is telling me to plug this 1/3 x into this formula here. So that will be x minus 1 I'm dealing with. So -1 minus 1 is -2. So that means I'm going to have the ordered pair -3, 2. And then -1 minus 0 is -1. And then 1 minus 1 is 0. All right, so I'm graphing this column with this column here. I'm graphing -3, -2. I'm graphing 0, -1. And I'm graphing 3, 0. All right, so -3, -2 is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's left 3 down 2. 0, -1 is right here, intersecting the one we had before. And 3, 0 is right 1, 2, 3, 0. So my new function is g of x. And it is factor 3, and it's a horizontal stretch of factor 3.